Well, we got a kind of unusual service call, if you want to call it. Somebody's RV, they had it for less than a year, and they've been having issues with it, like leaks, or this don't work, this is loose, whatever. They just been having issues with the RV itself. Do not know if it's a new one or not, but the ones that they brought the RV from said, instead of us keep coming out and fixing these issues, we're just going to give you another one of the same year, same model and everything. We'll bring this one to you and take yours, so go ahead and have all the furniture and all your personal things out. They put like a storage bin thing there for them to store it in case it rains. So they're supposed to come get it Thursday, change it out. But I won't be here Thursday. I'm leaving Wednesday. So I'm coming over here on Sunday to take all the equipment out from the inside, the router and the POE. And they got a mast that the antenna's on, and it's attached to the 4x4 pole that has the electrical on it. So I'm going to mount a wet box on it and put the POE and the router in at the bottom of the pole, about 2-3 feet off the ground, and then just run a little cord from the power supply they have there, the meter and all, which has a plug for the RV, and then it has a 115 volt 20 amp regular outlet like you have in a house, and it's a GFI, which is more than enough to plug in and feed the router and the POE. And I don't know if this is going to be a permanent setup, because signal on the router is very strong, so they still going to be able to pick it up in their RV, because the RV is roughly 1.5 feet away from the power pole. I have set up things like this before in like a not a street fair, but some kind of fair that they have out in the middle of the field. There's no internet or anything like that. We put up poles with a CPE on top and box at the bottom, and they give us power to it, and it has internet, so people can run their POS, purchase of of sales systems, from the Wi-Fi, and people going through the fair or whatever it may be have internet access. But I never put one on a home or a business or RV, so this will be the first one, and I'm going to see if I can get a video of it. And I was hoping to get me some coffee from this good old coffee shop, but I forgot that they're closed on Sundays, so I'm gonna have to go somewhere else to get a cup of coffee. And it's 9 o'clock, and I don't supposed to be at this site until 12, so I got plenty of time to go get me some coffee. So let's go get some coffee from somewhere. Don't know where, but let's go get some coffee. So let's go. Here's the mast they have for their TV up there, and then we just put our CPE right there. So I'm going to come on the back side of this 2x4 that they added on, mount the box on it. Now I'm going to go down there and cut the wire as it goes in, so I have enough to come and feed this box and put the POE, the router and all in this box right here, and get power right out of there. Have to go get some kind of little drop cord that will go pretty much from out of here up to here, that feeds the three-way power strip that I have in the box that I'm going to be putting up here, which is this box right here. I got a three-way power strip in it. All I got to do is feed it and put everything in this box, and we should be good. So let's get the box mounted and go in there and unplug everything inside, come out here and cut the wire out here. That way I can pull it back inside and be able to use that cord maybe for a small little jumper or something, instead of cutting the end off of it. So let's get this done. Alright, we got the box mounted. Now we just need this to be everything in here and be able to close it, get a lock and put on it. Get a little power cord, outdoor power cord, goes from here just long enough, maybe a 3 foot if they make one that small that actually has 3 plugs on it. We can strap it to the pole as it goes up. They don't have a short one. I don't know if the hardware store is open or not today, but we're going to go by there and see. But we'll go ahead and move everything, and the only thing we have left is go get a cord of some sort. Plug here, plug there, turn it on, it should work. So let's get everything else out here now. Okay, what we have in here is a standard. You got your 50, 30, and a 20. You got the GFI right there, and that's what I'm going to plug into and just bring a cord right out of there, zip tie it right up there, plug it right there, and that should give them internet again. So let's go see what place is open since it's Sunday and get a cord. I found a cord, and I needed one maximum 3 feet long, as you just saw in the video. Well, the shortest one that any place that's open that actually had one for indoor and outdoor, well, this is the shortest one I can get, 20 feet. So I'm just gonna zip tie it up, hang it up, and when I get back, I'll just put a note in there that get a shorter one when the hardware store opens. Maybe I'll do it Monday, possibly, and come change it out, because I got one before, it was like 4 foot long. Costs more, but I'd rather do that than have loops and loops and loops of cord there when I can use this cord for something else. So let's go plug this in and be sure to get connected back to internet. And if they do, now I'm going back to RV and do some more packing and cleaning up and get ready for that long drive on Wednesday. So let's go get this done. Well, that one is done 99%. I don't like the way that box is designed. There's no rubber or any kind of gasket in there to make it seal tight. I'm afraid if rain beats hard enough, it'll actually seep itself into the box. So I'm gonna go to hardware store, which is right there, tomorrow, and see if I can find some kind of gasket of some sort that I can seal it, that would fit into the little groove of the door itself, which is about 1/8 of an inch width, just to cram it in there, and when I shut the door, it will seal it at least halfway up, all the way around the top, and to the other side halfway down, at least that, where the rain will actually get in. If it just falls, you know, if the rain falls right down on top of it. The only way rain would get in the bottom or anything, it would have to be blowing, but it's all in that surrounding of the RV, and when they put the new one, it's going to be enclosed really close there too, so it's not going to be much of an issue, if it's going to be any issue at all. And I like to have at least some kind of ventilation a little bit for the heat to escape what little heat that the POE and the router is going to generate. So we'll see. This is the first time I ever used a box for a router of that kind. I've used other routers, but all them boxes actually had a little rubber gasket in it, and they didn't have any of them, so I'm just going to have to improvise and put something in this one. And I got the next 2 days to go to a hardware store and find something, some kind of gasket maybe that seals around like your windows or sliding glass door, or something very small. But we'll go see what they actually have at the hardware store tomorrow and go back over there, open it up, seal it up, and zip tie it back closed. But other than that, that one is done, and the son was the only one that had any device that was connected to that Wi-Fi before I moved it. They had a Fire Stick, but they already packed it up in a box, and the tablet and the laptop. So got the son's phone, be sure it was actually logged into it, done a speed test, and they got all the speed they're supposed to get, actually a little bit more. So they're back online. If I can seal the box, this can be a permanent setup for them. I wouldn't have to put it in their go back and drill a hole and add more wire and all back in their new RV, which would be wonderful. So I'm getting back to my RV and start packing a little bit more. And 3 days from now, I'll be sitting right in this seat for about 7 days, maybe 8, depends on how many alters of my trip that I take. That will make it a little bit longer. Yeah, all right. Well, I'm back at my RV park. I'll see you in the next video.